Hey guys, welcome to the Spinal Waves tutorial. Mobile spine is a necessity to develop balanced movement not only on the pole but daily. Waves are a wonderful tool to improve your body awareness and control that can help you develop fluent movement. So let's get started. So we have four types of waves: forward wave, bottom wave, lateral waves, and the circles. And before we start, I would want you to be aware that we actually have cervical spine, T-spine, which is thoracic spine, and the lumbar spine, and we can move all those parts of our spine separately. So we're going to start with the cross position. I'm going to show you from the side so you can see better. First, we're going to start with the upper body movement with the forward wave. We're going to start to move just our head. So you start with the head and you can feel that your neck is moving, your neck flexors are working here. You're kind of doing this double chin position when you're going back. Try to isolate just the head, okay? Do not move your shoulder to your chest, nothing else is moving. So once you got this movement, try to now add a little bit of a chest work, okay? The T-spine area. So we go with the head, open up, round back, a little bit rounding, open up, back, head, chest, back, head, chest, back. And in this position, it's a little bit harder to connect with your lumbar spine. We can just try to go a little bit deeper with this now, okay? You start your motion with the head, the forward wave, okay? Going deeper, diving, and coming back. And going deeper, diving, and coming back. Now try to combine this with the breathing, okay? Inhale, going deeper when you're lengthening the movement, when you're opening up. Exhale when you're rounding. Inhale, dive deep, work with your head and your chest. Exhale, round. Now do this at least 10 repetitions once you feel comfortable with the forward wave, okay? Afterwards, you can try now to start doing the sideways, the lateral waves, okay? This will be better seen from the front. So I'm just going to the one side, to the other side. And here as well, if you cannot feel the parts of your body moving, start with the head. Just the head, just the upper body is moving. Then you try to add a little bit chest part, here to the one side, to the other. And then just try to make movement a little bit bigger to the one side, to the other. Also, this you can do for a couple of minutes, 5 to 10 reps, until you start to feel comfortable with moving to your side. So in the next exercise, you might need blocks. Well, you actually will need blocks or something similar to that. So in my experience, what I see in my students, that thoracic spine is the part of the body which feels the most stiff. So we can usually feel very nice movement in our lumbar spine. It feels easier to move this part of the body. Head usually also feels nice, but once you have to move the thoracic spine here to work more with your chest, it's very often seen that it's difficult to work with this part. So now we're gonna just open our chest, enjoy, and then it's gonna feel a lot more comfortable what we're gonna do actual waves. So just lie on the blocks. So the blocks is right underneath, the blocks are right underneath your shoulder blades, more or less. So you feel a nice opening between here in your chest, okay? Let's inhale. Open, come back. Inhale, exhale, open, come back. Nice circles with your shoulders. Just make sure here you do not relax your neck. Make sure your neck flexors are engaged, your neck is in control here. And you can switch direction with 5 reps each. Coming back, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. If you feel like it, you can stay a little bit longer, open up for 20-30 seconds if it's comfortable for you. Next exercise is a pose, but it can be used as an exercise as well. So we're gonna go into a camel pose. We're gonna just try to figure out how much can we actually go back. So before we go into our camel pose, we put our legs in hip wide position on your knees, okay? We tuck in our tailbone, okay? Your pelvis is connected, your glutes are engaged, and you just start pushing your hips forward. This is the first engagement what we actually need before we go deeper into a camel pose. The baby camel position is when you put your palms onto your glutes, okay, and you close your elbows as much as you can because you want to open up your shoulders as well. And you just keep pushing forward. Open, push, and breathe. Do not let your neck relax here. Neck is in control. Next position, if you want to go a little bit deeper, you can put your arms onto your thighs and just keep pushing forward. Keep opening and push forward. And the last camel position, which is the hardest one, is put your hands onto your heels and just keep pushing forward. Try to open your chest more, shoulders more, and just glutes engage, push forward. Now you can do this next to a wall. When the wall is in front of you and you're just trying to push your hips into the wall, it's gonna help you feel more aware of how much can you actually push forward and open safely. You should not feel discomfort in your lower back. And right after this position, I suggest you to do the rabbit position to compensate the previous one. So we're gonna put our arms, our hands onto your heels, tuck in and move on to the top of your head. Your butt goes up and we just round, breathe, enjoy the stretch to compensate the previous movement. On your child's pose and coming up. And once we got this far, wave, forward and backward wave, is between two positions. The opening, which is the camel pose, and the closing, which is close to the rabbit pose. So before you start doing the actual wave, work a little bit more on these two extreme positions, the contraction and opening, okay? These two positions are crucial to make your waves look tons better and your spine feel better once you're doing your waves. So moving forward with the cat-cow exercises on your floor, place your arms underneath your shoulders, your knees underneath your hips, and let's just connect our waving with our breathing. Exhale, push, round, and enjoy the stretch. Inhale, pull your shoulder blades down and together, arch, look up, inhale. Now when you get to start to round your spine, we're going to start rounding with our tailbone. Tuck your tailbone and bone by bone start rounding your spine and feeling aware of all of your segments in your back. Round, exhale. And once you're opening, start with the upper back, shoulders, and only lower back in the end. And try to make this movement a little bit more fluent. So you might need more reps than just 4, maybe 6 or 8 reps till you feel a little bit more aware of this movement. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Yes, and once you feel a little bit more aware, just move a little bit back and start to create bigger movements. With the round back, we move forward, opening up, we're moving backwards. And through exhale, moving forward, inhale, moving backwards. Now we're gonna switch it up. We're gonna start with inhale and with opening position. So you're gonna dive in, open here in your cow position, and we're going to start rounding and going back with rounded back. So we're going to open up, drive forward through our upper back around and go back. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. And try to remember your head is working as much as your upper back and lower back. And you also, in this position on your floor, you can do your side waves as well. I like to start with my hips. Start moving just your hips, enjoying how much of a movement you can create here in your lower back. And then try to add the rest of the body. So I'm pushing my hips, my side, my chest, and then I'm pushing back to the other side. So we can look this from the front as well. So you push your hips to the one side and to the other side. And while you're doing this, it would be nice if you would actually feel the stretch in your side before you go back to the other side. If you feel the stretch, you've gone close to your maximum position, which is very nice. And connect this with deep inhales and exhales. So we're almost done here. Now we're going to do an actual waving. I like to start on my knees to actually just work with my upper body. Once you're standing on your feet, you want to work a lot with your hips and with your legs. So right now on your knees, it would be a nice way how to actually work more with your upper body. We're going to start to do a forward wave, which starts with your head. So you're going to start with this movement that we did in the beginning. Try to unlock and feel how much movement you can create just with your neck. Now we're going to add a little bit chest work and the lumbar spine. And breathing, inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Now remember, wave is not just about opening, it's also about this position. So once you go here, you're coming back, you have to start your rounding. So you start your rounding through exhale and go to the maximum here where you can go. And that can help you create not only a bigger wave, but to make it look better and feel more balanced. When you're not just trying to break this position, you're working through this position. Once it looks a little bit more balanced and better and feels like you have to do less work. Now you can come up a little bit on your knees, a little bit higher, and try to create more deeper waves. So you start with your head, going back here to your camel position. Through exhale, round and go down. Inhale, open till you got to your camel, round, exhale. I suggest you do at least 4 to 5 reps to feel connected a little bit more with this movement. Okay, once you got this, you can try to do the backward wave. The backward wave starts from this part, from your lumbar spine. So I'm going to tuck in this part, and it starts to push me forward, segment by segment, to your camel position. Okay, so your start is here, boom. Head stays last. Like you started here, head, chest, boom, camel. Here we do this in reverse. Boom, camel. And now from here, we want to start our rounding and going back. Push, round, exhale, back. Push, segment by segment, round, and come back. Okay, a couple of reps of this too, so you can feel a little bit more connected with this movement. And once you feel comfortable, you can try to do this while standing up. So you can do this also next to a wall. Make sure your knees are soft so you feel comfortable here. And I'm going to start with the forward wave next to the pole. So I'm going to touch the pole with my head. Then I want to touch the pole with my neck. Then with my chest. When my neck and head comes away, I want to touch the pole with my chest and stomach. And now here is my camel pose, the extreme position. And from here, I don't want to go deeper. I'm going to start rounding. Round, 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 exhale. And you're back in your starting position. Let's do this once more. Head, chest, stomach, push, round, exhale, starting position. And also the backward wave can be done next to a wall or or next to a pole like I'm doing this. It's easier to do next to the pole because I'm actually holding to the pole. Now I'm going to start the pushing from this part. So you want to do it backwards. You want to go to your camel, the extreme position, then bone by bone, boom, and this part starts to move back, your lower body, and boom, push, head goes last, back to your starting position, push, open, back to your starting position. And if you're starting to feel lost, remember the camel, remember the rounding, and that you want to work through these two positions for as long as possible. So you don't want to make it fast, you want to make it long and fluent, because it's all one movement together. It's not sliced up, okay? Side waves, you can do this also next to a wall, standing on your knees. I'm going to do this on my knees because it's easier. Now I want to do a side wave. I want my hip to touch the pole, and I'm away from the pole. And now I want to touch the pole with segment by segment with my body. But when the next segment comes on close to the pole, rest of the body moves away. So you start moving, boom, and head comes last, okay? Hips move away, side, part by part, head last, and away. Of course, do your both sides, and you can do this also standing if you feel more comfortable. You can move a little bit away, push your hips to the pole, side by side, away, and hips, side, away, hips, side, away. And the last type of waves is circles, and you can do circles with your neck, with your chest and your shoulders. Also, you can do circles like this, and circling can actually help you create your waves. You can start by going into a circle and start creating your wave, connecting your side wave to the front wave, or going back into circling, or just do circling. So circles are basically the easiest part, except once you really want to isolate the movement, then it becomes really difficult. So if you want to work just with one segment, you have to really feel that the only segment is working is your neck. Or if you want to work just with your chest, or circles with upper body. Okay, so you can connect all of those waves. You can go to your side wave, back, circle, front wave, back wave. So you can connect all of those waves to actually develop your coordination. So, but if it feels too overwhelming, just work on each wave separately where it feels comfortable for you. Just remember, waves should not hurt. It should not be discomfort for your lower back. And after this tutorial, if you feel discomfort in your lower back, I suggest you lie in your child's pose a little bit, breathe in your stomach, relax your lower back, or you can do also the reverse position to relax your lower back. Because usually once we're learning waves, we tend to work a lot with this and not doing enough of this. So if you're feeling like you are really challenging yourself in this movement, you have to challenge yourself here, because each of this compensates the next movement, okay? So therefore, waves should not feel discomfort. I always like to include different types of waves, not just standing. I like to do them on your floor like we just did, or just sitting and trying to feel how I can move starting from the head, okay? Like the side waves, it can move from your hip and they can move from your head as well. So hopefully this spinal wave tutorial help you to develop any kind of wave, or maybe all of them. And have to remember, the most important thing is for your spine to be mobile, healthy, and that you feel good while you are doing any type of movements, because waves can help not only in waving but also in dancing and in your daily life. So thank you guys for watching this tutorial. Stay safe and see you guys next time.